Big Ben and Hodges and Bradshaw and Landry.
Stewart and Dobbs, Kenny and Trubisky.
But do you recall?
The greatest Steelers QB of all.
Rudolph, the number 2 quarterback, had some very nice throws. And if you ever saw them, you could even start to say, whoa.
All of the other Steelers used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph play in any football games.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Tomlin came to say,
Rudolph, with your arms so nice, won't you throw some dimes tonight?
then all the Steelers loved him.
And they shouted his name with glee.
Rudolph, the number 1 quarterback.
Didn't suck like Trubisky. Nice.
It's perfect.
Wow.
We might as well just join the circus or something, or
The circus. Wow.
I don't know what they
Go on
what,
tour?
what are these musicals or something like that.
Yeah, we should go on tour.
Forget podcasting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Huddle. Jeez, I almost forgot the name of this podcast.
Wow.
This is episode 15, season 2, week 15, or is it? No,
16.
week 16.
Yeah.
Wow, we're off to a great start alive. This is what music does to us.
Yeah.
That's great. But once again, we're gonna switch some things up this week and do our playbook kind of out of order. We hope all of you had a great Christmas and are looking forward to a brand new year in 2024. There's no way better to start the year than with a podcast. I guess this will be out before the new year, but still, end your year with the Huddle.
Or start it. Who cares?
But yeah, we're gonna mix it up again this week, and we're actually gonna start with the Steel Curtain session. So here we go.
Steelers.
Here we go.
Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. With Rudolph. Let's go.
He's going to start this Sunday against the Seattle Seahawks.
Woo, they suck, don't they?
They have the same record as us. Who didn't just almost lose to the Panthers.
Oh, well, you see. Who almost, wait, what team did you almost lose to? The Titans?
Yeah, but at least
Don't
we
even
went
talk.
30 points up. Anyways, Steelers, Steel Curtain session. Yes, Rudolph, of course, to start this week after he had a monster game throwing the football this past week, the last home game of the season. It's kind of sad that, we're not going to be back in action or whatever.
It's all right.
For the rest of the year, but great game by Rudolph. Elijah, some other news of the week for our team.
Yeah, so starting out with Landon Roberts is hurt. So we're losing just about every linebacker.
Known to man.
Yes. So in place, we had Miles Jack, who had a decent game. And let's talk about the Devin Bush Miles Jack situation real quick. So, of course, Miles Jack was just sitting on the couch a couple of weeks ago. Comes out, signs with the Steelers. So he has one game, 47 snaps, 6 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and 2 QB hits. Devin Bush, who has 10 games with the Seattle Seahawks. He has 116 snaps, 7 tackles, 0 sacks, 1 tackle for loss, and 0 QB hits.
It's crazy to think
Yeah.
that our former number 10 overall pick is doing nothing. Now, to be fair, he's got Bobby Wagner and Jordan Brooks in front of him.
No, there's no excuse for that.
Okay, I know one Packers linebacker, Quay Walkers. That's it.
Devondre Campbell.
Oh, I didn't know him too.
Yeah, so.
Probably already know. But yes, Miles Jack actually had a pretty good game on his way back. Surprisingly enough, this was the thing that surprised me the most. He had that green dot
Yeah.
on the back of his helmet. You know what that means?
Yeah, he
was
on display.
following plays. I mean, he knows the system. He was with us last year.
True.
But to be calling plays in your first, and I don't want to be rude. My boy was looking a little chunky out there. I mean, come on. I
I mean,
mean, once you retire from football, you're not trying to stay in like peak shape.
yeah.
You don't have to. And, yeah, he was looking a little thick. Maybe he just enjoyed Thanksgiving. But Merry
Yeah.
Christmas back to Miles Jack. Happy to have him back on the team.
Yeah.
Hopefully we keep him from next year.
Hopefully, yeah, or he'll retire again. We'll
Yeah,
see.
and
But
then
we
come back.
also signed Nate Meadows, a safety, to our practice squad, as well as Jalen Smith, the former Cowboy, Packer, Giant, et cetera, to the practice squad. And then, yeah. What else?
I was gonna say we had another note that the Texans got Kareem Jackson off the waivers, but that has nothing to do with the Steelers. We'll
I'll
say
put
that
that
for
in the wrong
news
spot.
later. Yeah, but let's get into just what was good from this game. There was a lot. TJ and Highsmith, you cannot tell me that there was a better pass rush duo in the league. The fact that Highsmith got that interception at the end of the game was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's an outside linebacker, and you see outside linebackers like in other teams, their formations, they're playing a 3 linebacker system. They'll probably play like a 4-3. It won't be the system we work with a 3-4. Our outside linebackers blitz. That's all they do. They rush.
Mhm.
Every once in a while, they're dropping the coverage. But to see the interception TJ had against LA and this interception that Highsmith had just shows how great these two really are. And there's no arguing it. They are the best pass rush duo in the league.
Yeah. And then Pickens, who had a lot of controversy coming into that week, he refused to block for James Warren. He balled out today. Almost had 200 yards. Or not today, I'm sorry. On Saturday. Almost had 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. What a game.
Yeah. Honestly, it was just, I mean, there's not much more you could ask for from a game like that.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know. I feel like he chooses what games he wants to play.
Yeah, when it matters, when it matters to him, it's when he'll play.
Yeah.
And then Eric Rowe, a guy who's filling in for our safeties who are all hurt, had a pick. Not too bad. We got a guy maybe. And then of course Pat Peterson filled in safety too, and he had a pick also.
Honestly, one of the best safety duos I've ever seen in the league.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
Looked like Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor back there.
Oh man.
No, I'm joking. That was scary when I saw that Pat Pete was starting at safety. He didn't play bad. That pick really wasn't a great pick. He was just
It's true.
But
yeah, he still got one.
And that's another thing I love, dude. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. Jake Browning finally got humbled. Dude was cocky for a backup.
Dude, he was.
Got a good overtime win last week. Look at you.
The Vikings with Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins was their quarterback. Calm down, buddy.
We had Mason Rudolph, and you just lost to Mason Rudolph. Sit down.
And backup safeties and middle linebackers. So
sit down. Be quiet, Jake. You suck.
Yeah.
And we literally own our division.
Yeah.
We just don't win it.
Except the Browns, but
yes.
But we own
Our entire schedule was just divisional games.
Yeah.
I guarantee you we only have like 4 losses all season.
That's true. Yeah. And Jake Browning is owned by the Steelers. His first loss was to the Steelers. His second loss was to the Steelers.
A loss that might kick them out of the playoffs. I mean,
yeah. So
they got an interesting next 2 weeks. They got Kansas City and Cleveland. So we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Some other good things though. Miles Jack, of course, as we talked about. Boswell, always a great asset to our team.
Usually.
Running game was great. Najee Harris, 19 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice.
Longest run of the day for him was 13 yards.
Wow.
Yeah. Wasn't he's not like the guy that's gonna run down the field and get a 70-yard touchdown.
Right.
But still, he's a reliable guy. I like him. And Najee Harris plays like a beast anytime we're playing the division. That's too.
True, yeah.
There'll be like 10 guys on his back, and he's still fighting for yards.
Especially the Bengals. He's proven it against the Bengals.
Yeah, he loves playing the Bengals. All the hurdles and stuff.
Yep.
We actually put up over 30 points. Do you believe that, Elijah?
I don't. Yeah,
Neither do I.
I had
I thought
to.
I like lost the contact when I read the score of the game. After I'm just watching the game and I'm like, there's no way we put up 30 points. And we were so close. We were so close to another 400-yard game
It's
against
the Bengals.
the Bengals. I think we finished with like 393, something like
Yeah,
that.
and that's because we were up by so much, so we weren't really trying to run up the score. But
Yeah.
had we,
We turned it
we
out.
had we
I think
tried
we
to do
lost
that,
yards off like the kneel down stuff.
yeah, probably.
Um, but now it's time for bad. Really wasn't anything other than just injuries.
Yep. You're right. Really, just injuries that keep plaguing
And
us.
Fryermuth was not involved at all. I don't even think he had a target that game.
No, I don't think he
Uh,
did either.
it's not Kenny Pickett throwing the Muth like they're best friends. We know Rudolph's got a cannon, wants to throw the ball downfield. That was quite evident. Um, I think we should just put Kenny in as our starter anytime. You know how like other teams will do like a wildcat and they'll put their
Yeah,
like quarterback in. We should just do deep balls and put
yeah.
Rudolph.
Then
It was
teams will
very
just back up
predictable.
every time.
Not that our offense hasn't been predictable for the past 5 years.
Yeah, but yeah,
Uh,
we and then let's obviously go back to the main story of this last week, Mason Rudolph. The
as we said, NFL. This might have been the best script writing they've had in a while.
yeah, that's
First game since like 2021,
yep,
and
where he tied
Dunzo.
to the Detroit Lions.
No wonder he doesn't throw the Muth. Muth fumbled.
That's
He
true.
lost. Or I
Yeah,
guess we tied, but no. Lit the game up. The crowd was great there. I mean, I
yeah,
was driving out of Pittsburgh while the game was actually happening and just like put the windows down, listen to the crowd. It was awesome.
yeah. So what are we thinking for the rest of the season? Mason start finishing it out, or
I think he will. Hopefully not against the Ravens because Kenny owns the Ravens.
that's true.
He does. The only the loss we had to the Ravens last year is when Trubisky was in and threw 3 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kenny got hurt. So Kenny owns the Ravens.
Yeah,
So hopefully Kenny's back for the last week of the season. I
yeah,
think he will play if we win this week against Seattle. That
yeah,
will be huge for our playoff run.
yeah,
If we should even try for playoffs. I don't really know. I want us to do good. I don't want to, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, I don't want our team to purposely lose for a draft pick. We'll end up drafting some stud anyways. But
yeah.
I don't know. What's your thoughts on it, Elijah? Rudolph to start the rest of the season. If he plays good against Seattle, I don't know.
I think it just depends on Kenny's how healthy he is. Obviously, Mason's starting this next week.
Right.
But I would if Kenny is not 100%, then Mason should start. Kenny has to be 100% for us to play him. That's what I think should happen. If he's 99%, put in Mason. It's just like we need to keep Kenny healthy because he's obviously going to be our franchise quarterback. I think that's what we've decided on, and we need to keep him healthy.
Well, I like to watch that turn when I'm talking about Kenny Pickett. I mean, we don't got to get too deep into this, but next year, no Canada, new offensive coordinator, so it's a do or die for him.
Yeah,
But as you're saying, I agree with you. He needs to be 100% because Kenny's the type of quarterback. He's not a big guy by
no,
any means,
no,
but he will put himself out there for the team. He wants to win, and I respect that about him so much. So, I mean, if he has to sacrifice his body to get a first down, he'll do it.
yeah,
And first downs aren't very, constant thing in Pittsburgh.
yeah.
So
They're not too common, but
that's the word, common.
yeah, but I think I don't even think Mason Rudolph is really that good. He had a game that was just perfect for him. His name is Rudolph, and he's playing before Christmas. He
Right.
owns the Lions. He was 3-0 coming into the game, now 4-0. And Jake Browning is owned by
Bengals.
oh yeah, what did I say?
Yeah,
Steelers,
not
yeah,
the Lions.
Bengals. And then
We do not own the Lions with straight up.
and then the the Steelers own Jake Browning, and then George Pickens had something to prove. I think that there was just so many things that came into the game that made it successful for Mason.
There has been so much like just anger built up on this team for the past 3 weeks,
Yeah,
and he's just a fresh start. It was kind of like Canada. Whenever he was gone, it was just a fresh new like jolt of energy.
yeah,
And honestly, we can talk about the win, we can talk about the yardage, we can talk about the points scored. The biggest win this week, I think for me, was a Jalen Warren block on that
Yes.
run to Calvin Austin.
uh,
Warren
he's
posted he was irritated. I mean, if Warren scored off that run, that could have changed a lot in the game last week against the Colts. He posted that he would have blocked for Pickens, and obviously wasn't blocking for Pickens, but my goodness, he laid him out.
yeah.
And it just shows you can't hate the guy at all. He
No.
was underrated. He's always been too small, not fast enough, not strong enough, whatever. Went undrafted, and he is drawing a lot of attention. Good attention, though. His work
Yeah.
ethic is insane.
Mhm.
His passion for the game is insane. Just it's hard to hate Jalen Warren. So,
Yeah.
ton of
Yep.
respect, and I think that is the biggest win for the Steelers this week.
Yep. All right. Let's move on from the steel curtain session and let's hop into some NFL news.
Yeah. So, Elijah, go ahead, take it away.
All right. The Lions. Oh, do I have to do this one?
Yeah, that's exactly why I told you. Speak now. Let's go. Get it out.
The Detroit Lions clinched the division in a playoff spot.
You're mumbling. Speak clearly, Elijah.
First division title.
Enunciation.
First division title since 1993. It's
The
'cause
Lions clinched the division playoff spot. This is their first divisional title since 1933.
93, not 33.
32. Still, long time.
Yeah, because they
Can't believe
suck.
you're such a baby. Just read the news.
Come on, the Lions suck. Who wants them to win?
You suck. Packers
No,
suck.
no, we just beat the Panthers.
It's not helping your point. All right. This one probably the biggest news of the week. The Browns. The Browns.
Who?
Exactly. Have a better record than the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. Well,
somebody 2 years ago, and they would have thought you were nuts.
yeah. Well, Browns. I hate the Browns. Chiefs are disappointing.
I don't like the Chiefs either. I'm happy they lost.
I like the Chiefs, but just I don't like baby Mahomes or Kelsey Swift thing. But anyway, good job, Browns. I guess I don't like saying that either, but good job. Raiders. Speaking of the Chiefs game, Raiders didn't complete a pass after the first quarter.
Yes,
Still
first quarter.
Still beat the Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champs. So
Chiefs are so done for, and I love it. I'm just
Dude.
sitting there smiling, watching Kadarius Toney, MVS, and Patrick Mahomes just ruin
yeah.
their franchise.
Yep. 49ers signed Sebastian Joseph Day. I think he formerly played with both LA teams.
And
And then,
1.2, something like
yeah. And then 24 teams are still alive for the playoffs. And that does not include the Giants or the Chargers anymore. They're both eliminated. And then the
that.
Packers.
Freaking me, Elijah. I didn't know this happened.
What? Oh, this next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Packers suspend Jair Alexander for this next game. So he crashed the captain's
Oh yeah.
coin
I
toss
did see
thing.
that. Okay, I know exactly. I wasn't sure what reason.
Yeah, he went into the coin toss and almost cost us possession because he was being stupid. So they suspended him, and
Why would you do that?
I'm fine with
You
it.
have a chance at the playoffs. And you just,
Dude, honestly, he hasn't been around almost all season. What is
he's
what is
been
it
around
matter?
the past 3 years.
Dude, it doesn't even matter,
There's
honestly.
that one kid at school that just shows up when he wants to. Like,
Yeah.
in important days. And
I
then
mean,
he's-
yeah. He's really good. I will say that. Obviously, I'm a Packers fan, but I'm fine with it. He just made a dumb decision.
Right.
He needs to, make smarter choices. And then finally, Levi, when we mentioned before, you can take that one away.
Yeah, Texas signed Kareem Jackson after the Broncos released him because he has had so many head-to-head penalties.
Yeah.
Oh.
Speaking of suspensions,
Right.
dude.
But more Broncos news.
Oh.
This just came in earlier today, or I guess a couple of days ago by the time this is out. But the Broncos, who are only 2 games behind the Chiefs, can still win the division, bench Russell Wilson for the remainder of the season. What's his name? Something Stidham.
Jarrett Stidham, yeah.
Yeah, is going to start. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Russell Wilson obviously hasn't been up to what they expected the past couple years as a Bronco, and they've got a lot of money invested in him, so they want to,
Right.
save him. I guess I don't really know, to be honest. But yeah, that's your news of the week. Um, some interesting stuff still going on towards the end of the season. So
Right. I mean, these next couple weeks are going to be absolutely insane.
yeah,
Uh, why don't we do games of the week? We'll go trash talk and we'll
all right,
finish up with some takeaways.
sounds good to me.
So, games of the week.
Hold on. Let's start that over real quick. I wasn't ready. Go ahead.
We practiced this literally before, and
I'm
you're still
sorry.
messing it
Go
up.
ahead. I wasn't ready.
Games of the week.
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 Nice. You didn't clap
All
though.
right.
I didn't
We'll
hear
get
you clap.
I'm not trying to Is that better?
I still can't hear your clap, but that's all right.
What are you talking? Okay. Biggest win of the week. Yes. Pittsburgh. Let's go.
Woo! Going to
Beat
Super Bowl.
Cincinnati 34-11. Biggest upset. Las Vegas Raiders beat the Kansas City Chiefs 20-14. I don't know. Does this count as the fourth straight week without a touchdown? I don't know.
No.
We'll make it the fourth straight week that an offense has not scored a touchdown.
I think they
And
did
there's
though.
not been an offensive touchdown.
Yeah, they did. I'm pretty sure
No,
the
it was
Raiders.
two,
Nah. Yeah, the Raiders. They did some kind of. I'm pretty sure they scored on offense. We
I
should
think it
probably.
was all field goals.
Let me pull up some stats real quick.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm already on, buddy.
I am seeing. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's a touchdown from him. 2 field goals.
They scored 2 defensive touchdowns, so that's 14 points.
Oh, okay. You're right.
That's 12.
I didn't see the defensive TDs, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the fumble recovery. That's right.
Yep.
All right, then.
So it's been 4 straight weeks that the winning team has not even scored an offensive touchdown.
There you go.
There we go. All that for that.
Yep.
And the best game of the week, we're gonna give it to the Lions Vikings. Final score of that one was 30-24. Detroit, of course, won that to clinch the division.
Yep.
That is your games of the week. Time for something we didn't do last week because we had what every team wanted for Christmas. Elijah, it is time for Trash Talk Tuesday, even though we're recording on a Wednesday.
All right. Bengals. Steelers own Jake Browning. Steelers.
Okay.
Yeah. Steelers, a perfect script. Rudolph on Christmas. Bills. Remember when the Bills sucked and weren't in the playoffs? Yeah, me neither. Chargers, still better without Staley. Browns. Imagine if Joe Flacco had started the whole season. Maybe MVP's talks. Colts / Falcons. The Matt Ryan Bowl, featuring Taylor Heineke and Gardner Minshew. And then finally, 49ers.
The Matty Ice Bowl.
Finally, 49ers. Brock Purdy? More like Brock Ugly. And that's your Trash Talk Tuesday. Not on
Yeah, but we're missing one.
Oh, my bad.
There's actually, I'm going to say 2.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to say 3.
Uh-oh.
Raiders, when your team is full of backups, including the coach, and you still beat up Patrick Mahomes. I like that one. Chiefs, at least we know that Mahomes' throws are still able to be caught, even if it's from the other team.
Nice.
And where's the good one? Oh, Seahawks, of course. Elijah says, this went to Drew Lock wearing number 7 and was black.
I'm gonna do 2 more actually.
Okay.
Giants.
Like stuff.
The legend of Tommy DeVito is no more. And then
He got ripped off.
Yeah.
Sleeping with the fishes.
And then finally, the refs started helping the Eagles because they saw the names Kelsey and Swift and assumed they were the Chiefs. And now that is your Trash Talk Tuesday, not on a Tuesday. Thank you. Unless you want to do more.
Nah, I think we're done.
All right.
That was your Trash Talk of the week. Let's wrap up. Actually, no, we still have to do CPAC Reacts.
Well, let's go. You start.
Great.
Yeah,
What?
You start this time.
Okay. Starting 3, 2, 1. Cody Parkinson, best tight end in the league. I don't know what else to tell you. Kind of forgot that man existed. No, but awesome catch at the end of the game. Really interesting play call. You line up Lockett, DK, and JSN on one side of the field, and don't throw to any of them. You go to the other side of the field. What makes sense? I don't know. We won that game. It was scary. We were down for the most of the game. Geno Smith looked better. He looked okay. You got to put up more points. Got to be more successful offensively. Defensively, though, I don't know. They're not letting a ton of points go against them. Pretty good in coverage. Defensive line still could work a little bit harder. Not always the best, but honestly, can't be mad. Another victory. Much needed momentum going into a big game against the Steelers this week. I don't know who I want to win yet. I'm very stumped on that, but that is your CPAC reacts, or I guess the Seattle reaction of the week. Elijah, Packers, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I feel like it's been the same every week. Packers offense looks really good. Jordan Love, Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, Dobbs, Dontavion Wicks. But it always ends up being the defense who sucks the most. Joe Barry, please get out of Green Bay. We have great names on this team, but you just make them look like the freaking, I don't even know, the Panthers. Except the Panthers look good this week. So Bryce Young puts up 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hasn't done that in his whole entire season this year.
His career makes it sound worse.
In his career. Chuba Hubbard, 1 touchdown. And then some guy named Smith Marset, 1 touchdown. DJ Chark Jr., 2 touchdowns, 98 yards. Adam Thielen, 94 yards. What is this? Why? Why does our defense suck so bad? Joe Barry, please just go already. We don't need you. You're the reason why we lose. I mean, every loss is just because of your defense, basically, except for the Raiders game, which was Jordan Love's fault. But yes, that is my Packer reaction. Defense sucks. Go Pack, go.
Wow. Packers do suck.
No, the defense sucks.
Imagine the team, head coach, Urban Meyer.
What?
Offensive coordinator, Matt Canada. Defensive coordinator, Joe Barry.
Yeah. Dude, our offense is good. We make Dontavion Wicks look like, I don't even know, Justin Fields sometimes. What did I say?
Huh?
Justin Jefferson.
What?
My bad. Justin Jefferson. Dude, I'm sorry.
I forgot. I haven't done this in forever. Well, Bobby Wagner, my man Bobby, 154 tackles, 3rd in the league.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's old.
And Elijah, I guess we'll just stay on stats real quick. TJ Watt can still get the record. He's going to need 6 sacks in the next 2 games to break it, something like that.
Yeah, and Najee Harris might still get 1,000 yards this season. He needs 200 more yards to exactly
get it.
Yeah,
but he hasn't had 100-yard rushing game since last season.
I know.
So.
He's gonna have to have a miracle, just like TJ Watt, basically. But yeah,
that is it for your CPAC reacts. Last but not least, we'll finish with some takeaways from this week. So, is Patrick Mahomes' lack of faith in his receivers more than just them catching the ball? Is there something happening off the field that's affecting his relationship with them, or do you think it's solely just the lack of them being able to catch?
The receivers, it is just their lack of being able to catch. Travis Kelce, it's something off the field by the name of Taylor Swift.
So I mean, I agree 100% with what you just said. Yeah. I think I just go back to Deontay Johnson a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. Once you start dropping balls consistently, it's no longer a skill that you're like losing control of. It's more of, I think, a mental game. Yeah. Every time you see a ball come your way, you start overthinking how you're going to catch it.
Yep.
Next thing you know, the ball's either tipped up and the other team has it with an interception, or the ball's laying at your feet, and you look up and Mahomes is just screaming at you.
Yep.
First of all, Mahomes is not being a good leader at all right now.
I disagree, actually. It's been a whole entire season where he has carried his offense. Right. And when it catches up to you, man, I mean, the receivers consistently drop balls. every game of the season. I think as much as a leader goes, I think it's like it's done. Like you can't do much more as Patrick Mahomes. He's throwing the ball to them. It's just getting dropped. And
Right.
I think he has every right to be mad. And I
No, I'm
know,
actually happy you did say that. I respect that a lot. Um, I just think Mahomes is like, I don't know. They're all just babies, dude.
they are. I mean, they're so used to winning that whenever they lose a couple games, they're like,
Stand on
"Wah,
the road.
wah."
And I just think that um, I honestly don't know. I don't study the Chiefs. I don't know if Mahomes is doing more off the field to get better with his receivers. But I'll tell you right now, they're not winning the Super Bowl. And I'll tell you right now, they might not even win the division. The Chiefs might not even make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a big might, but it's still a possibility.
Right.
Definitely.
And I think that Mahomes, I feel bad for Mahomes first of all. I feel like he's losing everything that he had. He had Tyreek Hill. He had Travis Kelsey. He has, or I mean, he's losing Andy Reid. Reid might be done this season. So when you're looking into the future, I mean, Mahomes is making a lot of money to win. He wants to win, and his receivers aren't helping him at all. So I don't know. Like they could have signed Julio Jones. He was on the market. Go get someone like him.
When you're signing guys like Kadarius Toney and Valdez Scantling, I
Right.
mean, you're set up for failure.
Now
um,
Justin Watson, he's been kind of impressing. I
yeah,
like him.
and Rasheed Rice too has been stepping up.
Yeah, but when I see those two, I start to see they're not like loud. MVS is just bad,
Yeah,
and Kadarius Toney is just so like berserk. Like I just look at that man, I just see chaos.
yeah.
Like he's just like he's not here, he's not there. Like he's everywhere but there. If that makes any sense.
uh,
Um,
Interesting.
sure, right. But I just think that like Christian Watson, or I'm sorry, what's his name? Justin Watson and Rasheed Rice. They just got a good head on their shoulders. And I think they're honestly the future of this team. Not Kadarius Toney. Definitely not MVS.
Yeah,
That's my stance.
yeah.
One last thing. Travis Kelsey is like
Distracted.
very distracted. And I think the league has chilled out with it a little bit. But like
I mean,
the whole stadium erupts if Travis Kelsey makes a catch.
yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, yay, Travis Kelsey.
I mean,
Like,
it's like every Hallmark movie. Whenever the star player has a girlfriend, and then they get distracted the whole entire time.
right, something like that. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. And I can't say he's doing bad because he's not having a terrible season. He's still good. But I mean, I can't say that if I was like, we can't get into his personal life and be like, you need to stop focusing on your girlfriend, start focusing on your job. It's
Yeah.
just like I feel like there's a lack of. I just feel like he's kind of letting Mahomes hang out to dry.
I mean,
And
honestly, it could just be morale, like overall from the team that is just,
right,
you
I
know,
mean the team's down right now. They're not
yeah.
having a good season, so
hmm
I don't know. We'll see what happens. They got 2 games to turn it around.
Yep.
2 very, very, very important games.
Yep.
As they take on the Cincinnati Bengals and the LA Chargers.
Yep.
So, should they finish at 11 games? Yes.
Will
Winning
they?
11. Yes. Will they? Time will tell. We'll see what happens. That is your first takeaway of the week. Moving on, Elijah, Eagles. They may not be the Super Bowl team we all remember. What's going on? What's happening? Because I can assure you that this is not the same team.
Yes. It starts with their defense. Who is the Matt Patricia? I'm pretty sure is their defensive coordinator.
Yeah, that was the first issue, making him start calling. He sucks. He sucks.
Yeah.
Maybe make him head coach. Maybe
Or no,
that's the worst team.
Wait, maybe
Matt
he's not.
Patricia head coach. Matt Canada offensive coordinator. Joe Barry defensive coordinator.
Maybe he's not the or the defensive coordinator. I don't actually.
He's
know.
calling the plays though.
Oh, is
He
he?
might not be the coordinator, but he's calling the plays.
Interesting. I mean, Sean Desai is their defensive coordinator.
Should have kept Rick Gannon.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is Matt Patricia, right? Oh, yeah, he sucks. Their defense is
Yeah,
not good
no.
as of right now. They've got great players. It's just it's not looking great. And then I don't know, Jalen Hurts. uh, I mean, he's still like probably one of the best quarterbacks, one of the best players in the league right now. But I don't know, maybe a little bit sloppy. I don't know. It's just there's a lot when you're
They got some
such,
big name guys, and obviously they lost some big name guys.
yeah.
Um, but
But also the 49ers, they were such a good team and they had that 3-game losing streak and they just lost to the Ravens this past game.
got
And they're gonna
crushed.
they can come back though. They're the 49ers. So I mean it could be the
Right.
same for the Eagles too.
And it hates me to say this, but like I think the Ravens, like, dude, they got the Super Bowl locked.
No.
Like
No.
they can't win the playoffs, but man, they are hot right now. They
Yeah,
are hot.
they're not winning.
Okay.
Mark my words.
Well, you heard it. Elijah said they're not winning. So who is going to win?
Not the Ravens.
Forget the Eagles. Who's winning the Super Bowl? We got 2 weeks left. It's really anybody's game still for the first overall seed in either conference.
Mm-hmm.
Half the divisions aren't even locked yet. I think there's like 3 teams that have their division locked.
Yeah, you know who's
So-
going to the Super Bowl? The Chiefs.
Falcons, Steelers.
Yeah, Falcons Steelers. No, the Chiefs and the 49ers.
You are nuts.
I'm not nuts. I am.
I don't think that Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs might be the most clutch person I've ever seen.
Exactly. Who's stopping
Yeah.
Patrick
I
Mahomes
respect-
in the playoffs?
I'm not calling like I'm not going to come
Stop
out
them.
here and just say the Chiefs are pretenders this season. No, they are still definitely contenders. There are some roadblocks that they have to get over in these final 2 weeks. Yes, can the Chiefs make a playoff push, or I'm sorry, Super Bowl push? Absolutely. I don't think he has to trust in his receivers right now.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He won the Super Bowl with Juju Smith-Schuster as the number 1 receiver. He
Won the Super Bowl with refs as his number 1 receiver.
True. I won't argue there.
It was a good Super Bowl. I'm not going to take it away. Just say it sucks because of one bad call. But no, I think there was. I don't know.
Okay, let's do a real quick playoff look right now, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about who can and who's going to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. Let's pull up the playoff picture real
Okay.
quick, and then tell me what you think and who can beat the Chiefs. Give me a second.
Right now, there's only 2 AFC teams that have the playoffs locked.
Okay,
The Baltimore Ravens and the
Yep.
Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
That's it.
and then let's just assume that the Browns, the Bills, and the Colts do make it, and then we'll look at the teams that are in the hunt right now.
Colts aren't making it.
But let's just assume that they are, and we'll keep that in mind. So the Ravens, can the Ravens beat the Chiefs? Absolutely, but can the Ravens win a playoff game? No. And here's the thing: if the Ravens might not even end up playing the Chiefs, because if they play the Browns or like the Bills or something, and they lose,
Well, assume nothing in the AFC changes over the next 2 weeks.
okay,
Baltimore is the number 1 seed,
yes.
and
So they got one game down the wild card.
so but they would be playing. So Miami would play Indianapolis. Miami probably win. Kansas City plays Buffalo. I don't even know.
Yeah, that's
Buffalo might win that.
you're
game.
right. The Bills, but the Chiefs own the Bills in the playoffs. That is a
But
fact.
I'm saying, like, when we were saying, like, this might be the Bills' year,
Yeah,
dude. This might be the Bills' year.
could be. But
I'm not. I don't know. I would not be mad if the Bills win a Super Bowl.
yeah, I'm
I
not
think
mad
they
with
have right now. They have a perfect opportunity to.
yeah. But okay, let's go back to the Chiefs real quick though. Do you think the Browns can beat the Chiefs in the playoffs?
No.
Do you think the Bills, who historically have lost to the Chiefs a couple times in the playoffs, can beat the Chiefs this year?
Yes. I
Okay,
think the Bills.
but okay, fine, we'll keep that. Do you think
Think
the
the Colts
Colts?
is way too hot right now.
Do you think the Colts will beat the Chiefs in the playoffs?
Absolutely not.
Do you think
They are.
do you think the
They're done.
Jaguars would beat the Chiefs right now? The Jaguars are on like
The
a win.
Jaguars right now
Yeah.
with like Trevor Lawrence battling injuries. No.
No. Okay. Dolphins, who have lost to the Chiefs already.
Dolphins versus the Chiefs, man. Dang, that's a good game. I honestly hope that's the AFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
I'd take that.
I would
but-
like that too. But do you think they're going to beat the Chiefs? Is there?
I don't know.
Let me ask you this:
I don't-
is there a chance that the Chiefs would beat the Dolphins? instead.
Yes, there is.
Absolutely. Texans, yes,
The only reason the Chiefs have even a chance is Patrick Mahomes.
exactly. And that's all they've needed for the
Whenever you
past
take
couple years.
Patrick Mahomes off of the Chiefs, no, the Chiefs are like easily 5-11,
Yeah,
whatever they are. 5-12.
exactly. And that's all they need. That's all they've needed for the past couple years.
But you can't just rely on him because
But
whenever
they
you put all
have.
this pressure on Mahomes, you see the outbursts that will happen.
Yeah, but they have put it's all been Mahomes for the past however many years he's been on the team.
And you see he's getting tired of it.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm just saying the Chiefs are my Super Bowl team right now. Still.
still,
Not winning. I didn't say winning. I just said they're going to be in the Super Bowl.
AFC team. I don't know. My team right now for the AFC, I would love to see Buffalo do it.
Yeah.
I think Miami might have the edge on Baltimore. I don't know. Dude, Baltimore is so good right now.
They are. They are definitely. But
Like,
again,
there's not even denying the fact that they're bad. There's nothing on that. Like, Isaiah Likely
yeah.
is the most unlikely guy to step in for Mark Andrews, and he's been insane.
Yep.
The receivers are popping off, every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Lamar's. I'm not sold on Lamar yet in the playoffs. I'm not. He hasn't really showed me anything in his 5 years, 6 years of being in the league. I don't even know how long. It's been forever. Feels like it. But I don't know, dude. I'm so confused. I'm so stumped. I'm just like, it's anybody's game right now. And that's what I love about both sides of the AFC and the NFC is anybody's game.
Yeah. The only reason why I don't say Ravens right away is because if they have a chance to play an AFC North team, I'm picking the other AFC North team.
Yeah.
Like the Browns, I would pick the Browns over the Ravens. Steelers. I would even pick the Steelers over the Ravens.
Dude, Steelers, if we get 7th seed, bro, and Ravens are number 1, we win our first game against Miami Dolphins or something.
Dude.
We're going to the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
If we play any of our division in the playoffs, we got a lock.
Also, keep in mind, if the Dolphins beat the Ravens, they take that number 1 spot. Ravens aren't locked for that spot yet. So,
which leads me into our very last thing. Biggest games you got to look forward to this upcoming week. Jets and Browns, that's huge for the Browns part because the Jets own the Browns. There's no arguing that. The past 3 years, the Jets have just owned the Browns for no reason. Lions, Cowboys, that game is huge for both of them, especially the Cowboys trying to win their division. Steelers, Seahawks, that game is big. Both teams trying to make the playoffs. Dolphins, Ravens. I don't understand how this game didn't get flexed.
Yeah, I don't know.
They should have flexed it.
They should have, yeah.
Because right now the Packers-Vikings are the Sunday night game.
Which is fine. I mean, obviously a very important game, probably the most.
Well, nobody's going to be watching it either. That's probably why I didn't flex it, because it's New Year's and nobody wants to end their year watching that game.
That's crazy. But that's an important game for both.
That's a huge game. Saints and Buccaneers, they play at 1 o'clock. We know how big that rivalry between these two teams has been.
Yep.
The past couple years. And Saints are 7-8, Bucks are 8-7, so that's a huge game.
Mm-hmm.
Bengals Chiefs, always a good game. Bengals just a game behind the Chiefs.
The Chargers game and the Broncos could still make the playoffs. Technically,
Broncos can still win the division.
Yeah, technically.
Raiders Colts, that's a big game.
Yeah.
Titans, they could honestly end the Texans season.
Yeah.
If what's his name? Stroud's not back. So I mean, come on, this is a huge week in the NFL.
Yeah, even the Bears and Falcons, because they both can fight for playoff spots.
Right.
So,
I wouldn't say this has been the best NFL season by any means. I don't think it's been that great, but it's been so competitive. That's what I've loved about the NFL these past.
I mean,
years.
yeah, there's 24 teams in playoff and still can make the playoffs. So that
is 2/3 of the league.
Yeah.
So and we got 2 weeks left, man. We have 8 quarters of football left for each team.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. It's going to be an exciting, very stressful, very awesome next 2 weeks. And we'll be right here to talk away through these next 2 weeks. So thank you for listening. Once again, hope you guys all had a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It's on its way up, and we will, by the time the new year comes around, It'll be week 18 in playoffs. So, thank you for listening. I'm Levi Jenkins alongside Elijah Coward, and this is The Huddle.